المهم, today we are going to finish our course about semantics. We have talked about many concepts that relate to semantics. First, we said what is meaning and what is the relationship between the word as written in the dictionary and as spoken by my tongue through my mind and my logic and reality. And we said that every word refers to something in reality. So if I say this course, I'm referring to the syllabus that we are studying at the university. If I say the students, all the students, I'm referring to the students of my class and so on. If I say Abdul Rahman, move this chair, then I am referring to a particular chair. So the word is the link between my ideas, the ideas in my mind, and objects in reality, whether these objects are tangible, physical, or abstract. So we said that how to express meaning, we express meaning through words. And words link ideas to real world once we pronounce it. This process of linking, we say it is reference. Words refer to things in reality. When the word is just written in the dictionary, it has meaning, but it has no reference. Once I speak the word, then this meaning starts to pick up something from reality. This sense means meaning. This sense is transformed or starts to refer. It is activated from being just the meaning of the word without no context into the meaning picking something out of the context. The process of picking something out of the context is called reference. Okay? So words, when they are just written in the dictionary, they have sense or meaning. Once we speak them, they refer to something in reality. They pick up something of reality, and this something is called reference. We speak lots of words, okay? And we understand and memorize lots of words in our minds. These words refer to different meaning in realities. How do we store words in our mind? We store words through a process of categorization. What is the meaning of categorization? Just as we learn in the primary and kindergarten and secondary school, we learn how to classify objects based on similarities and differences. So we say to a child at the primary school, please put a circle around all the square objects. Please put a circle around all the green objects, and so on. As early as kindergarten and primary school, we learn how to classify objects based on similarities and differences. So our logic, our mind is essentially programmed to classify similar or different, and to store things, to store ideas, to store objects, to store concepts based on similarities and differences. Okay? Now let us try to apply this on our understanding of language and our understanding of vocabulary. If I ask you, please give me names of fruit. I'll ask you one by one. Abdul Rahman. Banana. Mango. Fruit. Apples. Watermelon. Dates. Strawberry. Peach. Orange. Pineapple. Grapes. Mentioned the names of 10 different fruits. What is common between these fruits so that all of us agreed that they belong to that category? What is the common factor between all these fruits that we have named? Why did we call them fruit? What is common between them?
They grow in summer.
They grow in summer, all of them? Are you sure?
Some of them are sweet and some of them are sour.
Okay. What are the sweet fruits that we have said? Banana, pineapple, dates, apples. These 10 fruits. The common factor between them, as your colleague, what is your name? Nada said that some of them are sweet and some of them are sour. Even the sour fruit have a higher level of sugar or fructose or glucose than all other plants. All fruits have very high content, almost all fruits have very high content of sugar in comparison to vegetables. So the common factor between all these types of fruit is their high level of sugar. And we have stored this information of our mind. So once we asked you, get out all the vocabulary related to fruit, your mind, your brain quickly worked on and decided that a fruit should have sugar. So he picked up the vocabulary related to plants having sugar. Could we write the names of these fruits right now? What were they? They were mangoes, pineapples, apples, bananas, watermelon, strawberry, dates, grapes, peach, watermelon, mangoes, and did we say oranges? If I say, mention for me the names of fruit which grow in winter. Oranges, bananas, grapes in summer, I think, yes. We have oranges, apples, strawberry, oranges, apples, strawberry, and so we have only 3 grown in winter. What about summer? Mangoes, we have peach, we have watermelon, we have grapes, dates, and watermelon. Okay, in this case, the criteria of classification increased from just being vocabulary of fruit. We decided that it should have 2 components, having sugar and being grown up in winter. Okay, if I said, please mention for me names of fruit which are grown up in winter and which are used for therapeutic or medicinal purposes. We have in winter, we have apples, oranges, strawberry, oranges. Why did you choose orange? Because oranges are very famous for being good for cold. So they are almost used as a medicine. What is the point here? The point is that we understand the meaning of words and we store it in our brain based on the components of the meaning. So we don't learn the word as a whole. The mind, in order to learn the word properly and be able to understand it and use it in the right context, your mind analyzes the word into components of meaning. Okay? So this is why it is important to study semantics. Why? Because semantics enables you to learn and teaches you how to decipher, how to layer, how to cut, to divide the word into its elements of meaning, into its components of meaning. And if you are able to analyze the components of the meaning of the word correctly, then you will be able to use it correctly if you are speaking and if you are translating. Okay? This is why our first lecture was about componential analysis. Very good, Blood. Once we learned how to do componential analysis, then we started experimenting with it, applying it. So we first had an exercise on componential analysis. What was the exercise about? about analyzing the components of the meaning of fruits. This is number 1. Number 2, we started analyzing meaning of words and trying to learn how to decide if the words are similar or not, and if the words are different or opposing to each other in meaning or not. And we got an advanced level on even deciding the degrees of types of opposition or difference or antinomy between words. So we first learn how to analyze the meaning of words, and then we learn how to use this method of componential analysis to judge on the relationship between the meanings of words. This is a very simple and informal way of talking. The relationship between the meaning of words is called what? It is called sense relations. What does the word sense mean? It means meaning. So instead of saying the relationship between the meaning of words, we say sense relations. Okay? Under the category of sense relations, we learned about hyponymy, that the meaning of words, there might be some big word which includes the meaning of other minor words. And we learned that words might be similar or equal to meaning, but there is no 100% similarity or equality, because this is a repetition to the mind. And the mind will say, if they are equal, why should I invent a new word? If one word gives me all the meaning of I need, why should I invent a new word for it? The human mind is very logical. It is almost the perfect form of computers and AI almost created in the universe. Actually, we created AI. So the human mind does not accept in language 100% similarity. For example, words might be very similar, but there might be very minor, very, very small addition or change or submission in the meaning regarding the context of usage, the time of usage, or the level of the language. Okay? And then we moved on to see antinomy relationship. And we said that even when words are opposing to each other in meaning, this opposition is classified based on the type of opposition. Whether it is an irreconcilable opposition, these two meanings could never come together, or the antinomy relationship or opposition relationship is based on different directions that can never be interchangeable, like converse antonyms. Or there is an opposition because one is at the beginning of the scale and the other is high up at the scale. So there are degrees between them, grades. So we say gradable antonyms. Gradable antonyms. Gradable antonyms. Okay? How many types of antinomy have we talked about so far? 3. Binary antonyms, converse antonyms, gradable antonyms, and there is the competitiveness. We are in a competition. Me and no other. Pick up me. Pick me up. So we say multiple incompatibility antonyms. We have different choices and we choose only one. So if one is chosen, the others will never come with him. It is called multiple incompatibility. And then we moved on and said, is this enough? No. We have something called how to measure modeling. What is the meaning of modeling? I want you to teach me how to judge and choose something. مش فاهمة. Let us say, for example, I will say to you, please go into the room and get me all the exam booklets that I need. Okay? So you went into the room and then you found lots of booklets, lots, different colors, different sizes, different shapes. Then you came back to me. Please, Professor, I don't know what is the shape or appearance of the exam booklets you need. So I said to you, an exam booklet should be green color, medium sized, very thin papers. It is not thick, it is almost 10 papers in thickness. The number of the pages is 10 paper. And it should have a stamp on it. Okay? I gave you how many conditions? 4. You went into the room, you searched for a green booklet, 10 papers inside it, has a stamp on it, and medium sized. You got me a number of booklets. I said to you, isn't there any green booklet else? You said, I picked up whatever you said to me. So I give you the primary and the most necessary conditions for the green booklet. I give you the main appearance, the simplest form of the green booklet, for the exam booklet. This simplest form with the necessary conditions that I gave you is called what? Prototype. Excellent. Excellent. I admire this. Thank you. Prototype. So what is a prototype? It is the simplest form with the necessary conditions to make something fit into the model. A university professor, what is the prototype or condition for a university professor as regarding qualification? You should have degree, bachelor degree, and the MA degree, master's degree, and the PhD degree. You should work at university so that you will be a university professor. You should have, this is for the qualifications, for the moralities and ethics. You should have a group of moralities and attitudes that fit your job, as such as respecting knowledge, being able to give knowledge, being keen to deliver information to people so that our country would move on. As for the appearance, a university professor should always be dressed in a formal code that fits the job. In most cases, the formal code of dress is a formal suit. If you don't wear formal suit, you should wear whatever gives the impression of formality. In most cases, when I go shopping, people would say, "Come on, doctor," without knowing me. Why? Because it seems that I have already become stereotyped in your walk, in your attitude, in your appearance, and even on your courage. What is the meaning of courage? The way you move your body. So I don't go into a shop lingering like this. "Hi, do you have like this?" No. I've adopted a strict, formal, serious attitude in every aspect of my life. This is why even without people who don't know me, in most cases, they give me the title, which I don't like, but this is what actually happened. So this is the idea of prototype. If some person added more features to the exam, let us go back to the exam booklet example. Added more features to the exam booklet. So he made it green in color with a stamp, another of my colleague. 10 papers length, but he put it into a folder. And with a sticker on the folder denoting the name of the student. So I would say to you, please go and get me the rest of the booklets. You would say, I got what you want. I'll say to you, whatever booklet you find which looks green, 10 papers length, medium size, get it. So you will search for this with any other features that are additional, like the folder and the sticker with the name of the student. So you'll get me the other booklets even if they are within the folder and having stickers. These additions are بقى more examples of the prototype or the stereotype. Okay? Two elements or two features are still to be discussed, or topics to be discussed in our course. These are ambiguity and the reasons for ambiguity. If I, as a language learner, has learned to analyze everything, to analyze the components of the meanings and the similarities and the differences and the bigger than and the smaller than, then I should understand everything said to me. Why sometimes, if one of your colleagues spoke, you would not get the meaning clearly. And you would say, please clarify your meaning. Why sometimes misunderstanding happens? Because something is unclear. Something is ambiguous. What is the meaning of ambiguous? I cannot understand it. My mind cannot analyze it. My mind cannot group the meaning of the words together. Hanging behind it. If I say, please stop laughing, and you don't stop. So I give you my pen, and all of a sudden I turn out. I find some people laughing, but they are mostly girls. So I say, laughing girls and boys, go out. Who should go out? Laughing girls and All the boys? Laughing boys? So who will go out? The girls and the boys, the laughing girls and laughing boys. Somebody here who is a feminist said no. The doctor said, laughing girls and boys, all of them, should go out. We don't want them in the lecture. And she, by the way, has some logic, because it could work out this way. Laughing boys, girls, and boys. And she separated the two units. She ascribed, she put the adjective, ascribed the adjective. So we have said that in the example of laughing boys and laughing girls and boys, we could not understand the meaning because we could not group the words in a definite way. We could not decide if the word laughing will be grouped with the girls only, to describe the girls only, or laughing would be grouped to describe both boys and girls. Okay? So, in this case, the meaning of the word is clear, but the structure does not help me to decide how to group the words. So the reason for ambiguity in this example is structural reason. So we say it is structural ambiguity. Okay? What if I said, I like going to the bank? How many interpretations are there for this example? I like going to the bank. Excellent. Two interpretations. I like going to the bank of the river, or I like going to the bank which is a financial institution. So the reason of different interpretations and unclarity is that the word has many meanings, many senses. Sense means the meaning of the word. So in this case, it is lexical ambiguity. So we have two types of ambiguity. Structural ambiguity, when the structure is unclear and does not help me to group the words together to understand which word is connected to the other, is a modifier to the other. And lexical ambiguity, when the word has multiple meaning, multiple senses. Like if the word has multiple senses, we say it is give me a word similar to the meaning of multiple.
Park.
Part. Multiple.
بارك مين اللي هي ينبح وبارك اللي هي الحديقة.
I want a synonym for the word multiple. We say polysemous. Polyseme means having many meanings. Polysemous means a word with multiple meanings. So lexical ambiguity happens when the word is polysemous. What is the meaning of polysemous? Having multiple meanings. Amen? So this term, the definitions required from you. What is semantics? What is sense? What is meaning? Reference? What is synonym? What is antonymy? And its types: converse, gradable, binary, multiple incompatibility. And then what is hyponymy? What is a hypernym? What is a heponym? What is a co-heponym? And then we have componential analysis and prototype and stereotype and collocation, connotation, ambiguity, types of ambiguity, structural ambiguity, lexical ambiguity, and it has been a pleasure teaching you semantics. Thank you.